The present-day military-political situation in the world calls forth a new type theater of war. For accomplishment of combat missions in mountains or in urban blocks, when fire is delivered from enclosed positions, the employment of conventional artillery is hampered and ineffective, and the use of mortars with standard ammunition is connected with sufficient time and ammunition expenditure. KBP Instrument Design Bureau has developed the GRAN guided weapon system for 120 mm mortars. This system enables to engage stationary and moving, individual and concentrated targets, engineer constructions and armored vehicles with the first shot without ranging. The GRAN guided weapon system comprises a 120 mm high-explosive fragmentation mortar projectile, a variable propelling charge, the Melakit automated fire control system. The projectile structure is built up of the following units: rocket motor and tail unit, high-explosive warhead with fuse, protective nose unit detached in flight, semi-active laser homing head, aerodynamic autopilot running on the energy of approach airflow. After launch, the flying GRAN projectile operates as follows. After projectile leaves the barrel, the tail fins are automatically deployed. At present moments, initiated by electronic commands, the solid propellant motor is switched on, the gyro coordinator is uncaged, the nose unit is detached, the controls are deployed, the homing head is released. When the projectile approaches the target lock-on zone, the laser designator switches to the illumination mode and the homing head locks onto the target. Then the projectile is guided to the target with the help of commands from the homing head and secures direct hit into the top, least protected armor of the target. The use of the aerodynamic autopilot and long target lock-on range of the semi-active laser homing head allow firing after reduced meteorological and ballistic preparation and provides engagement of targets located at a considerable distance without changing their fire settings. The novel engineering solutions were implemented in creation of a compact and reliable onboard control system. Owing to this fact, the lethality of the 120 mm GRAN projectile equals to this of 152 mm high-explosive projectiles. The GRAN guided projectile is used for smooth-bore mortars like 2B11. Then its maximum range makes 7 km. The motor design also allows using it with rifled mortars like MO120 RT61 and Nona M. Its maximum range for rifled mortars is 9 km. In terms of design, projectiles for rifled and smooth-bore mortars differ with their driving bands. The GRAN guided weapon system enables to fire simultaneously from several mortars against a group of closely spaced targets without interference to one another. This becomes possible because the laser ranger designator and the guided projectile have 4 operating illumination frequencies. To destroy reinforced targets and objects, the GRAN system allows firing from several mortars while the target is illuminated by one designator. The GRAN guided weapon system provides engagement of targets located behind high ridges of covers, including reverse slopes. The thermal imager, installed on the 1D26 laser ranger designator, secures highly accurate firing at night, which significantly increases combat effectiveness of the GRAN guided weapon system. In action, the system is controlled by an organic motor crew and does not impose additional requirements on the organization of fire positions and command observation posts. The GRAN-guided weapon system is equipped with dedicated, portable, automated fire control system Melokit. It provides target acquisition in rough terrain and at night, measures the range to it and its angular data, and illuminates it. The fire control system is also used for survey and orientation of fire position and command observation post and automated computation of fire settings. Let us examine the comparative analysis of combat effectiveness of a mortar battery beating off the attack of a motorized infantry company with unguided projectiles and accomplishment of the same mission with the help of the GRAN-guided weapon system. To reach the defeat factor 0.3, it will require 820 standard high-explosive mortar projectiles or 6 guided high-explosive mortar projectiles. Moreover, the time for accomplishment of the fire mission decreases from 10 minutes for standard to 1 minute for the guided projectiles of the GRAN system. The analysis of combat effectiveness shows that the GRAN-guided weapon system for 120mm mortars makes it possible to significantly reduce the relative cost of fire mission accomplishment. For standard high-explosive projectile, it amounts to 2.8, for the guided projectiles of the GRAN system to 1. Equipment of mortar batteries with a GRAN-guided weapon system raises such units to a qualitatively new level of mortar armament exploitation in combat operations and secures efficient and high-quality fire mission accomplishment. For any details, the customer may apply immediately to KBP Instrument Design Bureau, City of Tula.